The rain on Jareth Prime was not like Earth's rain. It fell in sheets of shimmering violet, leaving streaks of light against the city's glass towers. To strangers, it was beautiful. To Arya, it was simply cold. She huddled beneath the awning of a merchant stall, her thin arms wrapped around herself. Her small frame shook with hunger and fear. Her stepmother's words still echoed in her head. "You're not my blood. You're a burden. Out." She had begged, but the woman had pushed her into the street with nothing but the ragged clothes she wore. Her father had died 3 seasons ago, and with him, the last shield she had from cruelty. Now, at just 10 cycles old, she was alone. Her stomach growled. The market bustled around her, but no one stopped to help. Humans and aliens alike hurried past, eyes fixed on their own errands. To most, she was just another orphan in a galaxy full of them. But when the heavy footsteps stopped near her, she dared to glance up. A human stood there. He was broad-shouldered, with weary eyes and a scar across his jaw. His clothes were practical, freighter leathers worn from years of work. He carried no umbrella, yet the violet rain soaked him without complaint. He looked down at her, not with disdain, but with something that startled her. Concern. "You lost, kid?" he asked gently. Her throat tightened. She wanted to speak, but could only manage a whisper. "And no, I've been thrown away." His brow furrowed. "Thrown away?" She nodded, her lip trembling. "My stepmother, she said I don't belong. She said I should disappear." The human crouched, so his gaze was level with hers. "What's your name?" "Arya," she whispered. "Arya," he repeated softly, as though testing the weight of it. Then he extended his hand. "I'm Daniel. Come on. Let's get you warm." Her eyes widened. She hesitated, fear battling hope. And then, timidly, she placed her small hand in his. Daniel led her through the crowded bazaar and into the quieter docks. His freighter, the Horizon Dawn, waited among rows of ships, its hull patched in places but sturdy. Inside, warmth greeted her. The air smelled faintly of machine oil and baked bread. He guided her to the galley, rummaged in a locker, and handed her a steaming cup of broth. "Careful, it's hot," he said. Arya cradled it, sipping slowly. The taste was simple but rich, filling her with warmth that spread all the way to her fingertips. Tears stung her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. Daniel sat across from her, arms resting on the table. "You've got no one else?" She shook her head. "My father is gone. My stepmother said she never wanted me. She told me to leave before she called the enforcers." His jaw tightened. He had seen too many children abandoned in the cracks of the galaxy. He had been one once. "What do you want to do, Arya?" he asked softly. Her small hands clenched around the cup. The words came out in a rush, almost desperate. "Please be my dad. I'll behave. I promise I won't cause trouble. I'll work, I'll cook, I'll do anything. Just don't send me away." Daniel's chest ached at the plea. He looked at her thin face, her eyes filled with both fear and hope, and he thought of the family he had lost long ago, his wife, his own little girl, taken by sickness. For years, his ship had been quiet, his life reduced to work and solitude. And now, here was this abandoned child asking not for riches, not for gifts, only for love. He reached across the table and gently squeezed her hand. "You don't need to earn a place, Arya. You already have one. If you want me to be your dad, then I'll do my best." Her eyes widened, and then tears spilled down her cheeks. She threw herself across the table, clinging to him. "Thank you. Thank you." Daniel held her, his throat tight. For the first time in years, he felt something stir in his heart, something he thought he had lost forever. Life aboard the Horizon Dawn was not easy, but together they made it home. Arya learned quickly. She helped in the galley, eager to cook meals for Daniel and his small crew. She swept the decks, polished tools, and asked endless questions about the stars. Daniel taught her navigation, showing her how to plot courses through asteroid belts and read the shimmer of star lanes. At night, when the engines hummed softly, he read her stories from Earth's history. She especially loved tales of explorers, humans who had crossed seas and skies to find new worlds. "You're an explorer too," she told him once, eyes shining. He chuckled. "Guess I am. And now so are you." But shadows of the past still lingered. Sometimes, in her sleep, Arya cried out, begging not to be cast aside. Daniel would sit by her bunk, holding her hand until she calmed. Each time, his resolve hardened. He would never let her feel unwanted again. Months passed, and word of their bond spread. At ports, merchants whispered about the human who had taken in an alien orphan. Some mocked him. Others shook their heads. But there were also those who smiled. Those who brought small gifts for the girl, a scarf, a toy, a book, saying, "For your daughter." And each time, Daniel saw Arya's face light up with pride at that word. Daughter. One evening, as the twin suns of a colony world set, painting the sky in gold, Daniel sat with her on the ship's viewing deck. "Do you ever miss them?" she asked quietly. "Your family?" He nodded. "Every day." She leaned against his arm. "I'll be your family now, if you want." He swallowed hard, his eyes stinging. "I'd like that very much." Their bond was tested sooner than either expected. On the frontier world of Malvin's Reach, Arya's stepmother appeared again. She had remarried a wealthy trader and, seeing Arya alive and healthy, tried to reclaim her, not out of love, but greed. "She is my husband's child," the woman declared.
"She belongs to me."
"And you have no right to keep her." Arya clutched Daniel's hand, trembling. "Don't let her take me. Please." Daniel stepped forward, his voice steady but firm. "You abandoned her. You told her she didn't belong. She's mine now, not by blood, but by choice. And I will fight anyone who tries to take her." The woman sneered, but the local magistrate, after hearing testimony, ruled in Daniel's favor. Arya's stepmother had forfeited all claim the moment she cast the child out. As the woman stormed away, Arya buried her face against Daniel's chest, sobbing in relief. "See," he whispered, stroking her hair. "You're safe. Always." Years later, the Horizon Dawn was known across the sector not just as a freighter, but as the ship of a family. Daniel, the human captain, and Arya, his adopted daughter, the alien girl who grew into a skilled navigator, bold and bright. They were inseparable, a father and daughter bound not by blood, but by something stronger, love chosen freely. And whenever Arya looked at him, she remembered the day in the rain when she had whispered, "Please, be my dad," and how he had answered, not with words alone, but with a lifetime of devotion.